I've never been a distributor rep. I've never worked for a distributor, so I can't say this very specifically. But I do know that it's very annoying and very difficult and very hard. And everybody wants that same one keg.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you've got this brew, you've got this amazing beer. And when you have 1,000 people asking you and texting you, and then 900 of them get really, really, really mad when you don't give it to them, don't be that person because that's not going to help you.
Yeah. Like I talked to one other person about distributor relations so far, and it's kind of like the same. It's almost like karmic. It's just like treat everybody nice. Like if something goes wrong, it wasn't that particular rep's fault, almost for sure. Like there are so many moving pieces at these giant businesses. Warehouse, like you're saying, the warehouse, the systems, the computers, like all these different things can go wrong.
Yeah.
And so this other guy I was talking to is New York, so way different um, uh, than the stuff that we run into here. But still, like the same thing where be clear, like if something goes wrong, be respectful and nice, but tell them. But like above all, just try to be kind, because if all of a sudden that keg of Canadian breakfast stout or whatever, imagine it was like 3 years ago and that wasn't always available. Like all of a sudden, if they have an extra keg lying around and you've been super nice to them for all this time, like you got a better shot of getting it, you know?
And I always say, these distributors oftentimes they have, I understand their side, and they're running short on code for certain kegs, and so I always try and do whatever I can to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, you've got 5 of these kegs that are coming out of code here in 3 weeks. We really need to get them out there. Can you help us out?
Yeah.
If we can, if we have the space, if it makes sense, I will say yes almost every time.
Right.
And it's not trying to create favors or anything like that. It's just trying to be a good partner. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like the wow, what are you just trying to like get a deal? What is this, quid pro quo? It's like kind of, but I'm basically just trying to make everybody's life better so that there's something coming. Like it's not like product for product. It's like I want them to do right by me too, you know?
so when we talk about pies and pints, everything that we do boils down to just simply trying to make people happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I firmly believe with every bone in my body. And it has nothing to do with work, has nothing to do with bars or restaurants or beer or anything like that. It's just the better I can make your day, the happier I can make you, the happier you're going to be, and the influence that you're going to have on everybody else is that much more. So, I know you kind of mentioned earlier about karmic. It's just, and if I'm always happy, if I'm always smiling, I'm always in a good mood, no matter what, it's going to rub off, and
Mm-hmm.
people are going to take it, and people are going to see that. Not going to say it's going to change their day or change their life, but it helps.
It's not
And
going to make their life worse,
right,
you know?
yeah, I apply the exact same to every business relationship that we have.
Uh-huh.
There are certain times where you have to say no. You're going to have to say absolutely not. Can't do this. That doesn't make sense. Nope. Going with somebody else.
Yeah.
But I never want those interactions to get contentious. I never want it to be, anything that somebody walks away from and says, "Man, he's a piece of work." Like I don't want that. So ultimately, trying to make people happy while doing what's best for our business
Yeah,
is what we do. And saying yes to a distributor when they need help, especially if you have that good relationship with them, it's I'm not necessarily looking to have anything come back at me, but it's
mm-hmm.
it's just trying to make their day better because I know they're talking to a boss and their boss is pushing, pushing, pushing.
Yeah,
You've got to get these out. We've got to get these out. And the more often that they can be that person that's like, hey, I got you. I got rid of these. I sold them. That's going to help them, not only with
totally.
us but with their professional relationships at their distributor.